Okay, well, it's been a bit of a while since we've done a video, and today we're just going to see if we can get the engine running. So at the moment it's all wired up, all the parts are together and stuff, set the timing, so hopefully we still need a bit of adjustment, but it should work. But last we were using this battery, cranking it over, sounded like it wanted to start up, but then I think the battery died because the starter just won't turn over anymore. So we'll grab the battery from Jesse Sylvia, come back and then put it in the car and see what happens. So fingers crossed, and yeah. Your battery's at the back of the car, mate. I know his car better than him. That's what we need. So I need to take off. So we're going to take off that bolt, that one, to get rid of that clamp that holds it in.
Then don't need to just undo this?
Yeah, we just need to loosen these.
Yep.
Okay, good enough. Oh, we'll be on the opposite side. Hopefully it reaches. Nah, I'll just flip the battery. Now hopefully that reaches.
A bit bigger than the last one.
Oh yeah. Just reaches. Yeah, we'll loosen that. Where's the spanner? Put it back.
It's in the car.
Nice. Alrighty, so hopefully that works. I'm hoping it's just the battery and that I didn't fry something, but let's have a look. Okay, so I've got fuel. Just gonna spray it, get some through the system, and yeah, let's see what happens, eh? It's either gonna crank and I'll be like, yay, or it's gonna do nothing. Wow. So, it's either probably a dodgy connection somewhere, maybe a fuse. Gonna have to spend a bit more time, and we'll probably come back to this part of the video maybe tomorrow or something. So for now, I'll see you when we get it kind of sorted. Bye. Alrighty, so now it is the next day. I've still got the problem, so we're gonna look into that today. So maybe ground wire, fuse, something like that. So check ground wire first, and yeah, tick off things one by one. So let's do it. Alright, so I'm ticking off a few things. Cleaned up all the starter motor terminals, make that look good. Checked all the ground wires and that. Solenoid's clicking. I mean, not relay's clicking, which is a good sign. Solenoid is dropping a lot of voltage, but I reckon that's because I was just looking here on the battery terminal that the positive, because it's always under this thing, is quite bloody corrosive. So as you can see, it's actually now night time. It's been off and on. I went for a skate and came back. So I was pulling apart the starter motor, but instead I'm just going to put it back together, chuck it in the car, and I'm going to bridge the terminals and see if anything happens. So that'll be a surefire way to know if it's working or not. So I will do that now, and I'll explain as I go. Pretty much I'm going to put that back together with the rest of the starter motor, bolt it all up again, and then you've got your 2 terminals here. Grab like a spanner or whatever and just bridge the 2 points, which means literally, even with a screwdriver like that, just you put them together. It's not the best way, but what it'll do is it'll force it to crank over if it's working and whatnot, because it'll just bridge it. So we'll put that back together and see how we go. Just put the starter motor back in and that, and I wasn't going to film it because I wasn't actually expecting it to crank over, but apparently now it wants to crank over, so I don't know what's exactly causing it, but I guess we'll crank it over and see if it wants to start. Shush up music. What? Okay, now it doesn't want to work. Oh, I'm so confused. Guess if that's not wanting to start up again now, it's got a mind of its own. I'm just going to try and bridge it originally what I was going to do and see what happens. I bridged it, nothing happened, didn't want to crank over, which it should, so I'll demonstrate that scenario right now. Alright guys, it's about a week later now. The car hasn't really changed much, but we have got a new starter motor. As you can see, should be working condition. So what I'm going to do now is I'll put that in the car and see if it wants to turn over, and hopefully that was the problem. It also got my other camera back up and running, so all good from here on out. Alright, it's all in, bolted. The only thing that's pretty much different is we've got an extra terminal, one of these, you can see that, just down here, so see if it's needed or not. I can't really remember the difference, so I just plug the battery in and see what happens when we crank it over. I'll only crank it for a sec just in case it is wrong. Whoop. Nothing there. Try the other one. Woo! Awesome! Yes! Yes! Woo! Awesome, so as you can see, that little clip there, the new starter motor works. So if anyone's wondering, yes, you can run a manual one. As long as it doesn't grind out any teeth over the time, but it sounded like it was running perfectly, so that is sweet. That is some good progress, that makes me very happy. So now I'm just gonna put the manifold back on and all the fuel lines, etc., and we'll see if it wants to actually fire up and run. So exciting times. Yes! As you can see, I'm very dirty as well. Okay, so run into another problem, unfortunately. I put the manifold back on and all that, and it wouldn't turn over. I think one of the wires or something is probably shorting on the manifold. So find what that is, but also I found out because I took it off again and it didn't want to turn over quite nicely, and that's because I'll show you, the solenoid cap is missing a bolt, so it's got a bit of play. So we'll need another bolt because it needs to be in the right spot, or otherwise it won't crank properly. I think the manifold just might be shorting on the top one here. So I just got to run the wire how I used to, which will be under the engine mount. Drink time! Makes the car work more interesting, I guess. More bearable. Nah, car works fun, but we'll get back to it. Hang on, Jack's car's being stupid. We have to go check. Ah, it's raining. You're not gonna come, Jack? I'll come, but I'll put the camera back. We'll grab the GoPro instead of the DSLR, because GoPro can handle the water. Let's go! What's it reading at? It is 14.3. Oh, that's alright. But yes, that's Jack's Beamer. Say something about it, Jack.
Shit.
You heard it here first.
Money.
Oh well, you like them and they look good. Unlike these dirty tyres.
Yeah.
It's alright, you were on holiday.
Yeah. Am I?
You were.
Oh, I was, yeah. But I don't know if there was oil coming out of the gear stick or not. But I think that
gear
was
stick?
a little puddle.
Well, like in here.
Yeah.
What? Hang on. You show me where.
This is just after it stilled. I looked at it and there was like a little bit, and it looked really oily, like right there. And it just puddled.
Unless like you're leaking up here somewhere.
No, it looked like oil. That's just water, I think.
I might have to like take it out and actually have a look.
Yeah.
Would you check your levels?
Oh yeah. Access from under the car.
Well, that's dumb. Because if you're gonna check it, then it's just gonna pour out anyway.
Yeah.
Stupid Beamer. Oh well, we'll get that sorted. This is our bonus clip for the week, I guess. Back to the KE70. Okay, we're back. Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Connor. Yeah.
Ah! This Spotify is really dumb. Oh, let's get back into it. Okay, well, I think I found the problem. So what was happening was, sorry, a bit hard to see, there's light. Right here, this cable was sticking out quite a lot like that, and I'll show you in a sec where the manifold was hitting this part just there. So what I'm going to do is try and move it all the way around and hopefully it clears, because I can feel it with my finger. And so yeah, that bit of wire was hitting just this small like ridge here. So move it out the way, see what happens. Alright, so now that I know that the manifold isn't hitting or shorting out, I'm just going to chuck everything else back on because everything should clear, and we'll see if it fires up. Fingers crossed. Now, handy to have a rag just in case anything catches fire. So, safe and sorry, I've got a fire extinguisher down there just in case as well, but it should be alright. See what happens. I'm just hoping it turns over still. Awesome. Alrighty. Getting fuel. Last I checked was getting sparked. Hey! Doesn't smell great, but it's doing stuff. I'm happy with that. So obviously I need to change the timing and probably have to hook up the vacuum lines properly because I don't think they're hooked up right at the moment. But looks like it will run under its own power, which is sweet. So I'll probably end the video there, because I can't really do much now for the next few days until I don't own a timing line or anything like that. So set the timing. As you can tell, I didn't have the exhaust bolted on, but that's sweet. It's gonna fire up and run. Hopefully idle a little bit more under its own power, but I'm pretty happy with that. Let me know, guys, if you prefer maybe shorter little updates here and there, or save it all for one big video, because I don't mind either way. I'm just happy doing this and I enjoy doing it. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. So yeah, maybe let me know and stay tuned. We've got a lot of big stuff coming up. Check out Matt's HR31 build if you haven't already. And I have mentioned it to him. He's also got his R31 wagon you might have seen. He's doing a pretty awesome build on that. And we'll probably do a little kind of like a reveal video, because he's got, for one, he's got a wide body, that's all I'm going to say, on a wagon, on this 31, so that's going to be pretty sweet. He's already started doing some of the fab work, so we'll probably do a little reveal video of that, and just keep it short and simple, and you guys can have a look and let us know what you think. So yeah, I guess thanks for watching, and then yeah, stay tuned for more, because lots of cool stuff coming. So cheers.